Hi YouTube, and thank you for clicking on this video. So if you are new here, my name is Ari. I'm a licensed esthetician and I make videos about beauty and skincare. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you subscribe. So as you know, obviously we are into summer now. It's getting hot out like every single day. So I wanted to make a video basically talking a little bit about sunscreen in more detail. Now, if I could preach that like everybody would wear sunscreen every single day of their life, of course I would, but I'm aware that most people start wearing it during the summertime and that a lot of people get more into it during the summertime. So I'm basically just going to discuss a little bit more about sunscreen, how to use it properly, and what kinds you should be using. The thing about the sun is literally no matter what you do, the sun is the #1 cause of aging. So if you think about it and you look at older women who you compliment and you're like, oh my gosh, you look amazing, usually it's because they have nice skin, right? So when you have nice skin, it's going to generally make you look younger for years to come. Of course, there's a lot of factors that go into aging, like stress levels, alcohol consumptions, your diet plays a factor in it. But if you can control one thing about your overall how you age, you want to make sure that it's that you don't get crazy sun damage. It also doesn't make sense to me, to be honest, if you're going to take great care of your skin, use all of these great products and learn about how to take care of your skin, and then not putting SPF on in the morning over all that stuff is basically counterproductive. You can spend your whole life taking great care of your skin, but if you're not protecting it from the sun, it's just going to age at a regular rate. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but I can say that wearing sunscreen is going to be a huge preventative in skin cancer. It will overall prevent you from developing sunspots and moles that could potentially be cancer. So it just makes more sense to protect yourself overall. It's also super important that if you are of a darker skin type that you're also wearing sunscreen. The thing about darker skin is naturally skin, picture the darkest basically color that you can, is naturally about SPF 13. But with the way the sun is, you need at least SPF 30 to protect you from those UV rays. And honestly, I don't know how long ago that study was done about saying that it's SPF 30 is like the bare minimum, but honestly, the way the world is changing and the way like the planet is getting older and getting worse, it's probably even more in today's standards. So you want to make sure that you're not just relying on the pigmentation of your natural skin to protect you from the sun. It needs that extra protection on top. The basic how-to on sunscreen: make sure you are applying every 2 hours, and especially after you swim. Make sure that you're using sunscreen that is made for your face, on your face, that you're not putting body sunscreen on your face. And don't forget the areas that everybody always forgets: behind the ears, the hands, the feet, kind of places like that that you don't necessarily think of to just spray down when you're spraying your whole body. Make sure you're literally getting every inch of your body. You also want to make sure that you're wearing sunglasses every single time you are in the sun. I also wear them every time I drive in the car, because the thing about the eyes and the skin around your eyes is it's super thin and it's super sensitive. So it already is kind of at a disadvantage of the rest of your face because it is more of a delicate area. So when you wear sunglasses, you're preventing yourself from squinting to see in the sun, because we know that squinting, of course, causes wrinkles. I wanted to show you guys these sunglasses I got on Amazon. They're super affordable. I'm going to link them down below. But this is basically them, and the reason that I picked these out specifically is because, first of all, they are black, they are dark, they're UV 400 protection. So not only are they a good size, I would just put them on. They cover my eyebrows, which is important to me because I want my skin covered from my whole under eye area to above my eyebrows. So basically, if you see, like, they obviously give me really good coverage and protection. And then if you look at the sides, they have the nice thin side so they don't get caught in my curly hair, because that happens with sunglasses. And then the nose part is plastic, because sometimes with aviators, I find if you're sweating or wearing makeup, they just constantly slide down your face and you're doing this and pushing it up over and over again. So these sunglasses were super affordable. I love them. I'll link them down below. And I think these are a really good pair of sunglasses if you're just looking for a pair to like keep in your beach bag or keep in your car just to kind of have on you all the time. I definitely recommend these. So a lot of people are concerned with sunscreen. Will sunscreen break you out? Yes, if you are putting sunscreen that is meant for the body on your face. Yes, if you are sleeping in it and you're not washing it off at night. And yes, if you are using a very low quality cheap sunscreen. But I'll get more into that later. So I recently saw a thread on Twitter basically about someone saying that they switched to physical sunscreens instead of chemical sunscreens because they thought that chemicals were bad and that it's a good switch to make. I wanted to kind of clarify this because honestly, the way it's worded is a little bit confusing and how to like pick the right sunscreen. But I want to just kind of go over what I saw in the thread and what the truth is. A chemical sunscreen does not mean that it has a big mix of chemicals in it that it's going to be bad for your skin. In order for a sunscreen to be broad spectrum, which we know that you want to shop a sunscreen that is broad spectrum, it has to protect you from UVA and UVB rays. And in order for it to do that, it needs to have physical and chemical protectant. So let's start with UVB rays. UVB rays are the ones that are going to give you a sunburn. So to protect you from that, you need a physical sunscreen because it's going to actually reflect off of your body to make sure that you don't get burned. Because if you think of, okay, burning, what do you do to not get burned? Cover your skin, like go in the shade, stay out of the sun, things like that. So this works as a physical barrier on your skin to protect you from those burning rays so that you don't get a sunburn. You then have the UVA rays, which are the aging rays. So these are the rays that go down into your skin. Your skin realizes, oh no, we're being damaged. We're going to produce melanin to send to the surface to protect us from the skin. These are sunspots, age spots, brown spots, you know what I mean. To protect you from that kind of damage, you need a chemical sunscreen. Chemical basically means that it's going to absorb the UV rays. This way, when the UVA rays hit your skin, the chemical sunscreen is absorbing it so that it doesn't get into your skin and basically trigger that reaction to release the melanin to give you the damage in the dark spots. No matter what you do, you're always going to have UVA rays and UVB rays, so you always need to have a sunscreen that protects you from both. I totally understand the confusion of why you would think the word chemical sunscreen would sound bad and why it seems like it should be something that you should avoid. But I do want to reassure you, broad spectrum protects you. UVA rays, UVB rays, chemical sunscreen is good, physical sunscreen is good. When you put all of those things together above an SPF 30, that's exactly what you need for your skin. And just a disclaimer, I'm all for the natural skincare movement, but I do just want to remind you that not all chemicals are bad and that a lot of things that you don't even realize are chemicals are chemicals. You can definitely shop more natural sunscreens if that is your thing. If you have ones that you love, actually comment them down below. I'm just curious to kind of see what you guys are using and what you've liked in the past. But as long as you're buying something that's broad spectrum, that kind of fits you and that you're reapplying it and using it properly, then you're good to go. So I want to finish this video up with some sunscreen recommendations. The first one I want to talk about is the brand Black Girl Sunscreen that you can buy from Target. I'm going to link all the products down below as always. What I absolutely love about brands like this is not only are they marketing themselves to darker skinned clients who often feel left out of the sun protection conversation or they think that they don't need it, which we know that they do. So this sunscreen specifically has jojoba oil and avocado oil in it, so it's going to hydrate the skin. It's not going to give you that kind of dried out feeling that sometimes sunscreens can do. And the magical part is it is going to blend into your skin tone. So that is one of the main things and complaints I get from clients that have different skin tones. I won't even just say darker skin, honestly. Like even some medium, just warmer skin tones have this problem. But sunscreen can give you a very white, thick kind of cast to you. Like picture that like Banana Boat, those commercials where like the baby would be running around in the sun slathered in sunscreen. Like we don't want to look like that. We want to go out and look normal and still be protected from the sun. So the great thing about this sunscreen and kind of what the more movement is going towards of sunscreens is that we want them to blend nicely into all skin tones and not give you that white ashy cast kind of look to your skin. So this one is going to do just that. It is going to blend into your skin. Comment down below too if you think that I should buy this product and review it. Honestly, the only reason I haven't is because I have a lot of sunscreen, so I don't actually need another one. But if it is something that you guys wanted to see, I could definitely do that. The next sunscreen I'm going to talk about, which is my personal favorite, this is the one that I use every single day. This is the PCA Sheer Tint SPF 45. The first thing that I absolutely love about this is that it is quick drying. I don't know what it is, but there is nothing that feels grosser to me than when you put on like a sunscreen and it just kind of sits. Like if you feel like if you're gonna like bump your arms into somebody, your arm is going to like stick into them. I absolutely hate that feeling of just that thick, sticky sunscreen. So this one absorbs into your skin pretty fast. So I'll put it on and then by the time I start doing my makeup, like a minute or two later, it's all absorbed. This one, because it is called sheer tint, has a light tint to it. I wouldn't really say that it gives you coverage, but it does kind of give you like a nice even glow. And for someone with my skin tone, like a medium skin tone, it matches so that it gives me almost like, it gives me coverage, but it doesn't make my face look white, if that makes sense. Right, when it comes out of the pump, the color of it, I would say is like, if it was to be a foundation, it would probably be like a couple shades darker than me, but honestly, I've seen this work beautiful on dark skin and lighter skin tones, so it's a really nice, well-rounded product that anybody could use. And because it's SPF 45, like I said, 30 is the minimum. I don't really trust that. I feel like you need more than that. So wearing SPF 45 just makes me feel better. The last SPF that I'm going to talk about is the Dermalogica Clearing Defense SPF 30. The reason this one kind of sticks out to me is because it has willow bark in it. So willow bark is what salicylic acid comes from. So this is a good match for someone who's concerned about the sunscreen being very oily or pore clogging or making breakouts kind of get worse. There's also tapioca in here, which is also known to help with kind of lessening and calming breakouts. So when you take those two ingredients together and you put them in combination with sun protection, you're able to get that sun protection, that defense, but it's not going to make your skin worse. I think a lot of people that do avoid sunscreen, one of the most common reasons I hear is because they're acne prone and they think that it's going to make their acne get worse. So with those two ingredients in this one, I think that when they all work together, you can get that really nice combination of sun protection, but then it also has the ingredients in it that are going to help clear your skin and not make it worse. As far as body sunscreen, so I really like to use the Alba brand. It is a drugstore brand. I have both the spray and the lotion, and I just like that one. I can link it down below. And I do have to say, so last summer, I think it was last summer, Shea Moisture released a summertime kind of body hair care line. And I was like, cool, I'm going to try this. So they made 3 products. They made a sunscreen, they made a swim leave-in conditioner, and then they made an after sun gel. I love the after sun gel. I'll link that down below. The pre-swim conditioner is nice. It helps protect your curls from chlorine and salt water so that they don't get as dried out. I'll link that. I was so disappointed because Shea Moisture is a brand that I actually like, and I generally like their products. And this sunscreen was the thickest, whitest, heaviest, non-spreadable, didn't absorb. It was just so bad. And I put it on before. I was going to kind of a pool party type of thing. And I remember rubbing it in my body. And then I looked in the mirror and I was like, I am white. And no matter what I did, I was you would honestly start chafing rubbing it in before it actually absorbs into your skin. So I tried it that one time. I was like, okay, this is really, really bad. And then I tried it again and I mixed it with my body lotion this time because I was like, we are not doing this again. That was absolutely ridiculous. I mixed it with the body lotion. It did spread easier putting it on, but it still had that awful white cast. And then at one point I was out doing errands and I looked down at my legs and my legs just looked ashy. And I was just like, well, that's a dud. I just had to tell you guys that story because I am linking the other 2 Shea Moisture products for the summer line down below. So I didn't want someone to be like, oh, well, maybe if she's recommending these 2, then I'll just buy the sunscreen. Please don't do that. Buy the after sun gel and buy the leave-in conditioner and leave the sunscreen because nobody has time for that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you comment down below anything else that you would like me to make future videos about, and also comment down below any sunscreens that you're using and your kind of experience with them. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.